G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me Zilwoodle and welcome back once again to 7 Days to Die Alpha 17.2. We are back because I put out the episode of the pathfinding with this, what started out as the paperclip base and turned into this monstrosity, trying to figure out the new pathfinding where if the path to get to me is too long, there is a chance that the zombies will decide to start just beating through the walls instead. Now it's written that there's a higher chance that the lower the intelligence of the zombies, so I'm assuming that means regular zombies like Arlene or just general wandering zombies out in the middle of nowhere are probably the dumbest of the dumb, yeah? And then the ferals are a step up and the renegades are a step up again, or maybe each zombie skin has a different intelligence rating that goes with it. We don't know, but that's one thing hopefully that we'll figure out with this. But with this paperclip base, it was all made out of stainless steel. So it's the strongest material in the game, and so people were pointing out, rightly, I was going to test it anyway, but some people point out in the comments saying, hey, what if it's based on time? Now, when I was building the underground base all that time ago, when I was building the underground garage, I was talking about how maybe they do the calculation between how long it would take to dig through the dirt to get me versus just running up and running down the ramp. So I have talked about that kind of before, that maybe there's a calculation going on between can I break down the wall versus can I run, and whichever way is going to get to me quicker is the one they do. So rather than use stainless steel again to test that theory, I am going to use just general wood. I'm going to start out with the weakest basic material that you can get and see if that means that Arlene will be strong enough to break through the walls herself and therefore decide that, nah, fuck ya, I'm not going to run the 3 miles around to get the other way. I'm just going to come in through the wall whether you like it or not. So that is what I'm going to test, and hopefully if she does, I'm going to figure out what the kind of threshold is and which zombies prefer to break through walls before they decide just to run around the corner. I've rebuilt the paperclip base completely out of wood, and I've also removed the dirt around the outside so that they don't jump up on top and try and come in that way. I had a comment on the last video. It's one of my favorite comments ever, and it was some guy telling me, he's like, hey, you know that paperclips existed before Microsoft Assistant and they exist now in a physical form. And I was like, nah, mate, never heard of a paperclip before. I couldn't believe it. Someone seriously asked me when you what a fucking paperclip was. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Anyway, whatever, that one made me chuckle just a little bit. Anyway, I've built my paperclip base, and it's the same as the first one I built for the last test, and it's all out of wood, so hopefully Arlene will run down here, get to here, and be like, yeah, nah, mate, and beat down the wood, because the wood will only take 5 seconds to beat through, but I've made it long enough that should actually be the preferred option. I hope. I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna get an Arlene in down here. No, that's not the one. No, that one. Arlene Feral. There we go. Get her attention and come all the way down here. Leave my body in its lovely little safety box down here. Enable my free cam, which I love the free cam. The free cam has made my life so much easier. Okay, Arlene, if you please, would you come and try and fight me? No? You just don't feel like it today? Okay, turns out that Arlene was clearly not the smartest one of the bunch. She didn't want a sausage of it. There we go. What about that one? Are you gonna do something for me? No? Still nothing? Why? What is going on here? The AOI is on. You should definitely be moving. Oh, there we go. Okay, turns out she just didn't quite hear me at the end of the frickin' passageway. I'm down here, come frickin'... Ah! There we go. Turns out the whole system was just too long. She couldn't hear me from that far away. All right, Arlene at the first step. Oh, we have a change. The last time she definitely ran around. So it turns out the theory that I came up with when I was digging the underground base, that they calculate the time between how long it takes to beat through things to you as opposed to just running to you, was correct. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna need a hammer to repair that because I'm gonna need to fix that before anything else happens. I also need some wood supply. Where there, that one there. All right, let's just go down here and don't mind me, my own body. Just gonna repair that. I love it, the delicate little sound. It just makes me so happy. Okay, so we've tested with Arlene. Let's test it with a bunch of them just to see if there's a difference between, because it does say it's random. So maybe some of them won't notice me. Maybe only a few of them will come in and try and beat down the walls. Okay, here we go. What is that? There's 5 of them cruising down. What's going to happen at the turn? Come on, Arlene. Oh, there's 6 of them in. I can count. And every single one decided it was faster to beat through the thing for me. Interesting. Okay, okay. That's a good first test. I'm going to spawn him with a couple of different other zombies just to see how those guys react, because you never know. Maybe he's just the smarter of the bunch. Maybe if I spawn in like a crawler or, you know, other types of zombies, they'll act differently. In fact, you know what? You know what I'm going to test straight away? I'm going to get normal Arlene. I was talking before that maybe like the ferals are smarter than the regulars. Let's get these Arlene, see what they're going to do. Right, can you stop beating on each other at the back of the pile? There we go. There's two inside each other, and they agree. They're gonna beat through the walls as well. Interesting. Okay, we're getting results. Oh shit, my camera's upside down. Any result that I wasn't expecting is a good. Oh my god, a good result. I'm honestly so excited that the theory that I came up with a while ago, and turns out a bunch of you guys in the comments of the last video as well, that theory of they calculate the time difference is apparently absolutely correct. So now we just need to figure out like how long. I mean, actually, I could probably do it over here. No, because they're different sizes. I want to know, like, how long the time would be for Arlene to get all the way around here. So maybe I'll destroy these blocks here and replace them with, like, stainless steel or something. And see how long it would take Arlene to get all the way around. Because then we can kind of get a threshold. You know, is it purely based on time or just HP? So maybe I'll go like this, and I'll just destroy these ones, and I'll replace them with stainless steel again. I mean, look, I know people don't like using stainless steel, but it's just easy for me. Most of the reason I use it is because I can like search for it and get the blocks far easier than with some other ones. And also, if I accidentally misclick with a hammer, I don't then upgrade one block more than I wanted to. So if I put a bunch of those in, can I spawn Arlene in and see if it's just down to the time? So Arlene, if you would, no, where you going, Arlene? Stop it, Arlene. This way. Come, there you go. Okay. So it's actually a really long way to run. Oh, I don't know. With the stainless steel, are you going to stop and beat it? No, you're just going to stop. You're just like, yep, nah. I've wrinkled her brain just a little bit too much. Now she doesn't know what to do with herself. Alright, there we go. I woke her up again. So she goes for the wood. Ignores the steel, goes for the wood. She's clever. She's a clever one. She's done this before. She's like telepathically communicated with all the other Arlenes, and she knows that she can't go through the steel. I like it. So here's how I'm going to test how long it takes Arlene to run the circle. Because I can't actually get her to run the whole thing, and that's just too complicated for me. So I'm going to simplify it just a little bit. I've got my stopwatch on my phone, and you can see I've got Arlene already spawned on the left-hand side of the screen over there with me just hanging out. I'm in fly mode, but I can't go through the walls. So I can only go backwards down the corridor. Now I'm going to get Arlene to chase me and then run backwards so she gets dragged all the way down the corridor. And I'm going to time from the wood block on the left in the ground to the wood block on the right on the ground. Alright, let's see if I can do this without completely cooking it. Alright, so ready, set, go Arlene, and no, she just completely ran away. Alright, fire the gun. Right, I'm waiting for it to stop. Oh, for goodness sake, I just put the phone down because you're beating on the wall and then you decide to come into the corridor. Arlene, you're making my life relatively difficult. And by that, I mean, you're really pissing me off. Alright, let's try this again. AI on and shoot the gun. Yep, there we go. She's coming for me. And start. Okay. Yep, we're good. We're good. We're timing and we're going to go all the way down the end. Come on, Arlene. Come on, Arlene. And as soon as she touches that wood block at the end, I'm going to stop it. Stop. Okay, so it takes 8 seconds and 8.3, gee, my screen is really dirty, 8.32 seconds, there it is right there, to get all the way down that track. That's fine. So that means if I times that by 3, so what's that, 8, 16, 24, so 24 seconds, and a half, so 25 and a half seconds all up to get around all of this. So if I can find something that takes her more than 25 seconds to beat through, then surely she will go the long way around. So let's just fix up these holes. Now I have the results from that experiment. Yep, just like that. Okay, we're good. So let's upgrade the blocks at the end here. We'll start off with just reinforced wood, and we're going to see how many upgrades I have to do and how much time it's going to take them to get through before they give up and beat through a wall somewhere else, probably. I've upgraded the end of the tunnel to reinforced wood. Alright, come on, Arlene. Come on down here. Test out my brand new walls for me. I've gone up the sides a little bit as well to hopefully dissuade her from beating on those walls. Just in case, are you going to stop? You're going to go. You're going to stop. Okay, that's fine. So at least we're getting some sort of results here. So I can quickly just go back down and upgrade these ones as well. I don't have any iron. There's always something. Nothing ever goes smoothly for me. Why? I'm not trying to upgrade the ground. I'm trying to upgrade the block. There we go. So upgrade all of these, and then we'll get another Arlene to test it out as well. Oh god, it takes really so much longer to do things when I'm out in my free cam mode. Sometimes you just need to like bite the bullet and go back to actually being your body. Oh, interesting. So I've got to skip through a bunch of the tests. So I've gone all the way up to like steel, or no, so iron blocks really. So I've upgraded a normal wooden block 4 times to get to this point. I think it's 4, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's only 3 times. So when you get to these blocks, suddenly she's decided that, yeah, now mate, I'm going to go through the sidewall instead. Fuck your entire maze. I'm going to go out this way, and I assume in this way. Interesting. So it must be that these blocks are suddenly the threshold that it takes too long to get through. So now I want to know, how long would it take an Arlene to actually beat through these kind of blocks? So let's upgrade all of these to be the same so I can time it. And if that's more than, what, 25.5 seconds I think it was? If it's more than 25.5 seconds, then we know that that is how it works. That is the calculation they go through, so we can like predict that for the future. All right, I've got an Arlene in a cage. I'm going to press the timer as soon as she starts, as soon as she makes the first contact with the block. We'll see how long it's going to take her to beat through. So ready, set, go, Arlene. That was anticlimactic. You want to take a swing. Take a swing. No, you're not going to do it. Okay, I gotcha. How's that? And go. Okay, there we go. She's off to the races. I started the timer at the right second. I didn't miss with the thumb. So far, 5 seconds, and she's not making a real dent at all. Interesting. So if it takes more than 12.5 seconds. Oh, wait, she beats 1 down. She can just jump over and get me. So maybe it is per block. Maybe she's calculating, like, I need to beat down 1 block to get through. So I'm going to run around the other way. Remember, if there was 2 blocks there, it's about to take longer than 20. It's 24, 25, 26. Okay, so there it is. That is what takes. That's taking her too long to get through, which is why she gave up on it. So I'm not even going to see how long it takes to get through, because it proved my point. So now, if I kill you and I put you in a cage with some lower tier blocks, like this one, for example, let's just go to like the one below that one, just iron reinforced, rather than like iron blocks. So just like that and like that. Okay, this should be fine. So if I put her in here, it should take her less than 25 seconds to destroy a block to get through, because she's going to need to destroy 1 to be able to jump up and get to me. So Arlene, get you in there. I'm going to move my body over directly in front of you, and we're going to shoot to get your attention. Okay, timer is reset. We are ready to go. Go, Arlene. Yep, there you go. Okay, she's off. Off to the races, like all my... Oh, she's tearing it apart. We're only 5 seconds in, and she's already almost broke one of the blocks. Oh, no. And then she just gave up. That kind of ruined the experiment a little bit. Score. Thanks, Al. I'm going to keep you going, because you're probably still going to beat 25 seconds, even with your little kip in the middle. Oh, there it is. There goes 1. She's flying through it. No, she keeps stopping. Are you feeling okay, Arlene? Do I need to, like, feed you some fresh brains or something? Are your energy levels low? Do you need, like, a brain raid or something? What's going on down there? So I've restarted her, and we're at 12 seconds. She's almost done with the first stage. And every couple of 15 seconds to break the first stage. Every couple of seconds I shoot to try and regain her attention. And she's almost gone again. 23 seconds, 25 seconds. Also, it is slower. Interesting, but not by much, though. 28, 29, 30 seconds so far. How long is it going to take to get all the way through? 31, 30, it's about to stop. When's it going to break? I'm ready for it. Oh, no, keep going. Keep going. There it is. Okay, so 38 seconds, 0.44 is the final time. I mean, I might be a little bit off. Give or take like half a second either way there, given my reaction times are pretty bad. Right, so why didn't you come through the first time then? Maybe my math for like running the whole thing is off. Nah, but I mean, that means I have to freaking like change all this into stainless steel. I can't be asked doing that. That takes so long to do. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I went back and tested how long it would take her to actually break through an iron block, and it is 54 seconds, almost 55 seconds, 54.5 seconds. That's a pretty considerable difference between just the reinforced wood and just the straight iron block. So that's it's a little bit interesting. Oh, there's one other thing people wanted me to test, and that is, can I shoot myself in my free cam mode, and can I do any damage to myself? So I don't have god mode on, do I? No, I don't anymore. Okay, boom. Nope. Just go straight through me. Okay, there you go. There's another test result that you guys wanted to see. You can't shoot yourself when you're in free cam mode. But that's interesting, though. So why did she decide to run? I mean, look, that's a big discrepancy between, say, 25 seconds that I mean, we'll give ourselves like 5 seconds leeway. Given she's got to kind of slow down and go around the corner. So maybe like 30 seconds, which is about how long it took to beat through the block by itself. But it's still longer to beat through the blocks than it is to run the circuit. So there must be like a leeway. Like it has to be like 1.5 times faster to break through the blocks before they'll decide to break them as opposed to running. I don't know. I'll spawn a bunch more Arlenes and see what they do, because maybe she was just the smart one of the group, or the dumb one, depending on how you look at it. So now that we know that Arlene's limit, even when there's a whole pack of them, when all my wildest dreams come true and I have a whole horde of Arlenes surrounding me, their limit is the iron blocks. Once you get to that level, like just like so a regular feral zombie will be like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna go find somewhere else to beat through somewhere else. They'll avoid those ones. But what about someone with a little bit more grunt behind them? What about like a biker? Will a biker act a little bit differently to an Arlene, given that I think they're stronger? At least they should be stronger. They take more health. They're harder to kill than an Arlene. So if I have one of those, will they see the iron blocks and be like, yeah, nah, buddy, cheers, but no cheers? Oh, I just accidentally destroyed that. It was the wrong gun. There we go, that one. Get his attention. So if he comes down, will he try and beat through, or will he stick with the wood? He's gone for the wood again. Interesting. Okay, I did put some stainless steel around the outside of my cube just to kind of protect me a little bit. I might even go up here and put some through there as well. Just to make it so they do actually run the whole maze if they don't want to break through these blocks right in front of me. So I got halfway through replacing the blocks with stainless steel there before I realized I could get the same result if I just destroyed some of the blocks here and replaced it with the block I wanted to test, given that this whole thing here is already stainless steel. But something interesting happened when I did that. I was running the timings again, because clearly this is a different size, so I had to retime how long it would take Arlene to run around, and now she would actually run the whole distance. But something interesting happened when I was running that experiment, and that is if I'd spawn an Arlene somewhere, if you could actually go. I don't know why sometimes they decide to spawn on top of my head, and other times they spawn where I'm looking. There's no like rhyme or reason to that. But if I spawn an Arlene, right, and I go down here, and I leave my body in the pit like always. Alright, Arlene, if you wouldn't mind, please come down here, show everyone what we have found out. Now, it takes 17.18 seconds for her to run the 3 layers, but now that it's a shorter route, suddenly the iron blocks are an option for her now, and I don't understand why that is. On the longer option, she would have gone some other way. She would have ignored the iron blocks and gone a different way, but it would be so much quicker for her here to just run the circuit than try and beat, because it takes her a full minute and, what, a minute and 20, whatever it was. I would have forgotten the number. Should have written that down somewhere, but it takes her so long to beat through an iron block. So I don't know why you would stop and be beaten on these things when the faster option is clearly to run the circuit. I don't know. It's weird, and it's repeatable. It's not random like I thought it was going to be. Every single Arlene I put through here stopped and started beating on shit. Oh, holy crap. Okay, there we go. Finally, an Arlene turned. It took till I got to reinforced concrete for her to decide that that was too much. She even tried to beat through concrete. Regular concrete, she was like, yeah, no, I got this. A single Arlene decided her shovel hands could get to... Okay, so it's repeatable. So reinforced concrete is too much for Arlene. That's kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting that at all. I mean, I'm going to go down and I've got to build the whole fucking thing again. I don't want to do that. But so now, well, now I have to, like, the limit for Arlene. Reinforced concrete is too much for Arlene. But what about old mate bikers? I didn't actually get to test that before because it was just kind of dumb. All right, if they come down, are they going to, like, even with a pack of them, are they going to try and beat through reinforced or run around? They're going to run around as well. Interesting. Okay, so even the stronger ferals don't care. What? I hear someone. So apparently there's outliers. Who'd have thunk it? So one Jeffrey decided that, you know what, reinforced concrete is my jam. So how many did I actually spawn? Was that like 1 in 6? Let's no, that's Arlene again. I don't want Arlene's. Arlene's can fuck off. You are useless to me now, Arlene. You've betrayed me for the last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's get 10 of these bad boys, and let's see if any of these guys decide that, yeah, nah, I like my chances. Let's beat through the concrete. So, first one. Oh, two. Oh, okay. So, Howard, let's do this scientifically. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 have decided, yeah, nah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have decided I've got a chance, and the last one is like I went the wrong way down the tunnel because apparently he was dropped on his head as a zombie child. So let's get rid of these guys and see if the last guy goes around the corner, because if he decides to beat through, that means we are a solid 50-50 for beating through or running around. What are you gonna do, Jeff? He's running around. Okay, so it's 60-40. Interesting. 60% of the time, they will run around, and 40% of the time, they will destroy your shit. You know what? I'm glad that I went over to the original stapler base and I ignored this one, because I feel like having just the wood blocks out here was throwing off the results. I mean, of course, they're not going to go through this if they could just run over here and go through that. So I should have built all that stainless steel to start with. Everyone was yelling at me to build that of wood. It ruined the test. It threw the results off. It threw the curse. So I'm glad I came back over here. But now what I want to know is, I was just testing to see if having a triple layer of these blocks would get Arlene to react the same way she did down there. But now I want to know if Arlene works on the same, like, 60% level that the bikers do. And then I'm going to test some radiators and see if they work at 60%. And just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 Arlenes. I need 6 of you guys to decide, yeah, nah. And 4 of you guys to try and beat your way through. Is that what it was last time? Yeah, no, wait. No, it was fit. Wait, hang on a second. Okay, they've all decided, yeah, nah. Did I get it completely wrong last time? 60% of them beat on the wall. Okay, that makes more sense. But 0% of the Arlenes, once they reached their threshold, decided that was a good idea. If I get rid of these now and just put in regular concrete, do I even have regular concrete on me? I think I do. That looks like regular concrete. If I just put in regular concrete now, will they come back and decide that they can get through it now? That's the next question. Although they're on the wrong side of the wall, so they're probably going to continue on their merry way down the other side. So click, and there, and yep, they're still going to go. Okay, that's fine. Well, you know what, Arlene? I was going to kill all of you, get myself some new Arlenes, and see if they react differently. Ah, so you bring it down a notch, you go down to this regular concrete, and suddenly they all like their chances. All 10 of them decided that they could get through. So it really is just like, when it hits that magical number of, is it going to take substantially less time for me to break through the wall than to run around, that's when they go the other way. So it is based on time. We know that much. We have that result. But like, it's really just about finding for your particular base based on how long your pathing is going to be. Because I think the formula is about 1.5 times faster. I think. I'm not certain of that. I don't have time to do that many experiments to get the magical golden number out of that. So it's going to be different depending on what base you have. If you have a very long winding base like that one, then it's going to take more time for them to run, so you can have weaker walls. You have the threshold for them to start to break through your wall is going to be higher. So it's all based on what you are personally doing in your own game. But with that information in mind, that is the end of this episode. I know it's been a little bit over the place because there's been a whole lot of things I wanted to test. But yeah, that is the main thing we've got out of this. It's all based on time. If it's far quicker for them to break through your walls, they're going to break through your walls. So make sure you take that into account when you're building your base. But I'll have to come back and test some more stuff in 7 Days to Die in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you for all the patrons on Patreon who made this episode possible. If you like, smash the like button down below, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.